Okay, so I'm bored out of my mind. And apparently that means that I get to make more dumb movies. Yay. Okay, so the thing is that I just started my new class today. It is Renaissance art, which will be fine, but I'll be kind of bored the entire class time. Also, I tend to have like this weird problem of getting kind of quote unquote bad art history classes. I mean, like, not as in the classes themselves are bad, but like, for example, in my first art history class that I've ever had was modern art. Modern art until like 1960. So, for those of you who don't know, which will probably be like a lot of you, modern art isn't like, the art that you would get if your really popular great aunt or whatever painted something and sold it for like $1 million. So it's not modern art, that's contemporary art because it happens now. But modern art pretty much itself is kind of like a movement that started at like the 1860s, like a long, long time ago, and went about the 1960s. I should stop doing this. It's not helping anything at all. So pretty much, it's kind of like the idea, before that you had like the Renaissance and everything was kind of like, that photorealistic sort of thing. But also the, pretty much going away from that kind of photorealism that people used as like a calibration of kind of like, greatness or whatever back then for a long time. And pretty like, you'll get like in 1860s you get people like Monet who will no longer do kind of photorealism. I mean, like, a lot of his stuff is close. Like, it'll be like, oh, that's, I mean, it's not like cubism where we'll have like eyes appear or whatever. I mean, like, it's very obviously a person. It's very obviously I mean, like, a lot of the color and the shading is kind of still on and stuff like that, but he'll have like, he'll have all that down, but he'll have like kind of mixed up proportions or something like that. And so that's kind of like how he'll work. He'll have like just little things that are off, little things that are kind of different. He'll have a more flat look to his work and not kind of like the 3D depth round object sort of thing that has been around for like ever. What am I talking about? Oh, right. But anyways, the modern art class. So pretty much the from modern art class that happened last year, pretty much what happened was that the professor, I guess she was getting like remarried or something like that. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on because I would think that she would take like a month off for her marriage, or like there was a renewal of vows or whatever. But she went off and did that, and she like flew off to New York to be with her family and with her spouse, whoever that was. And what happened was that there was a huge snowstorm that hit before she was able to get back here, so we didn't have class for a week. And so that really fucked it up. And so, like, a lot of people, I mean, like, I could go up to anybody and be like, well, if they would ask me, have you taken a modern art class yet? Yeah, but it was like that one modern art class last year. And they'd be like, oh, that turned out so poorly. Yeah, it did. Also, she gave me, like, my final paper back, and it said that I didn't cite my sources. And that's why I got like 30 points taken off, and that if I cited my sources, I would have gotten 100. I totally cited my sources. I mean, like, I didn't put footnotes, but there was like, there was internal citations, and then there was like the works cited page, and I was like, what are you talking about? They were totally there. But by the time I actually looked at the paper, it was like months later, because I have this really weird thing where I can't look at papers like right away, because I'm like, oh, I can't handle criticism anymore. I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. Anyways, I have the thing with our history classes where they just get all fucked up. So there was that one. Okay, there was that one, and for this one, apparently the class that's upstairs got way too big, and so they have to take up the room for the morning, and so we can only go use the room in the afternoon. So it's like we only have like half the amount of time, which I'm kind of thankful for, because there's only so much art history that I can take in a day. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of weird, but it's not gonna be. It doesn't seem like to be a very heavy course though, because it's just a. I mean, yeah, there's reading and stuff like that, and there's like 3 short papers, and the midterm and the final project and the final quiz test exam, final exam. And
after that, I mean, like, it's not that difficult of a course load. I mean, I might actually should be reading now instead of, like, talking to my camera. How much time do I have left? Oh, it's not even 5 minutes. That's pretty weird. But anyways, yeah. So what am I talking about? I don't know. I'm talking about how bored I am. And I should be doing my work, but I'm not doing my work because I'm really lame. And for a while I was trying to see if I can hook this camera that I have up and turn it into a webcam so I can actually talk with people online without being lame and not having a webcam sort of thing. But it doesn't work. I could ask for a webcam for Christmas, but I'm like, I don't know how much I care.